On the mound at home Wednesday as the Astros try to make it 7 straight wins there. Top first, facing Brad Hawpe. No contest. Bottom third, 2-0 Rockies. Jason Jennings facing Morgan Ensberg with 2 on. And that one's gone. 3-run shot for Ensberg. 17th of the year for Ensberg. He had just 10 all of last year. Top 5, still 3-2 Astros. The Rocket gets Corey Sullivan swinging. Clemens, 7 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. And that was after a slow start. The ERA down to 1.51. Bottom 7, Astros bases loaded for Willie Tavares. Catcher J.D. Klosser grabs the ball and throws it wild into the stands. Astros going to win at 6-2. 334th career win for Clemens. Cardinals took on the Reds in Cincinnati. Cards players remembering Darryl Kyle 3 years after his death. Bottom second, 1-0 Reds. Adam Dunn versus Mark Mulder. Mulder usually tough on lefties, but Dunn was tough on him. Solo shot. 19th of the year for Dunn. It's 2-0 Reds, but Dunn wasn't done. Bottom third, 5-0 Reds. Dunn versus Mulder again, and Dunn's back for seconds. Another solo shot, his 20th, tying him for the NL lead. The Reds went up 6-0. They hang on to win it 7-6.
In Milwaukee, Carlos Zambrano with the Cubs looking for the 3rd straight win over the Brew Crew. Bottom 2, El Caballo. Carlos Lee, what a year he's having. Heads up. Man, singles up the middle, almost takes Zambrano's head off. I'm going to need to see that again. Here's the replay. It actually goes off Zambrano's pitching hand. Haven't the poor Cubs had enough problems with their starting pitchers? Zambrano was okay, though. He would stay in the game. Still in the second, more El Caballo. Carlos Lee, 3-run shot is 18th. 8-0 Brew Crew. It's an 8-run Milwaukee second. They sent 12 to the plate. Zambrano's worst outing ever. Shelled for 8 runs on 7 hits and 1 2/3. Bottom 7, more El Caballo. His 19th, he was 3 for 4. Brewers win 9-4, just Milwaukee's 4th win in 13 games. The Tribe 1-1 in the 5th. Coco Crisp, look out, Wade Miller. Edgar Renteria still able to get the out at first. Check it again. Miller gets knocked down and knocks the comebacker down. He allowed only 1 earned on 6 hits and 5. They're loaded in the 6th. Casey Blake to left. This will score Travis Haft, and the Indians take a 2-1 lead. Miller is gone, but not before. He has a few thoughts for home plate umpire Larry Vanover. Terry Francona out there fighting Miller's battle. Vanover appeared to have a less than consistent strike zone for both teams. 4-4 in the 9th. Edgar Renteria to left center. Renteria also homered in the game. Boston sweeps the Indians. The Red Sox have won 4 straight and 9 of 10. The Tribe had won 9 in a row before Boston hit town, so the Indians become just the 5th team in the last 15 seasons to get swept in a 3-game series following a winning streak of at least 9 games. Same thing happened the last time the Tribe had a winning streak of that length, back in 2002.
Orioles' lead on the Red Sox was 2 games going into Wednesday. O's in Toronto to face the Jays, picking up top 4. Tied at 1, Rafael Palmeiro thinks, hey, it's a good time for a home run. Off Pete Walker, Palmeiro was 10th of the year, and Baltimore up 2-1. Number 561 for his career. He's 2 shy of Reggie Jackson now for 9th all time. Shea Hillenbrand up with 1 out, bases loaded in the 5th. Chopper. Miguel Tejada gets the force at 2nd, but Brian Roberts unable to get Hillenbrand out at 1st, so Orlando Hudson scores to tie it at 2. After an Aaron Hill walk, loaded the bases again. Watch Daniel Cabrera on the mound. We made it real easy for you to watch.
How can you miss him?
He appears to rock back in his motion. Umpire nails him for the ball. Russ Adams will score. Blue Jays take the 3-2 lead. We go back to May 8th of this year. Steve Klein on the mound for the O's. Runners on 2nd and 3rd in the tie game with the Royals. Klein got called for the balk. And Baltimore suffers a 3-2 loss and a Boston win on Wednesday. Their lead in the AL East down to a single game now. Here's another one. 2-run shot, his 13th of the year. He's got 3 home runs in his last 2 games, 9 RBI over that same span. Top 7, Rays down 3-2. Number 9 hitter Nick Green facing Carl Pavano. Green says, I got your number 9 hitter right here. Ruben Sierra can't get to it. Green's 3rd of the year. Mel Stoudemire said that would have been Pavano's last batter, but there goes the pitch counter. Left him in there too long. Bottom 9, after a Robinson Cano triple, Derek Jeter up with a chance. No chance. Danny Baez got him. Devil Rays win at 5-3. Tampa Bay 6-3 against the Yanks this year.
Royals and White Sox in Chicago. Mark Burley coming in 7-0 in his last 12 starts. Top 1 facing Joe McEwing. He gone. Top 3, McEwing again, and yes, he went. Burley looking to win his career-high 8th straight decision. Yes, he did. Bottom 5, Carl Everett. Put this on the board. 3-run shot is 10th. Everett with 15 RBIs in his last 11 games. It's 5-0 Chicago. Top 6, back to Burley. Gets David DeJesus to ground into the inning-ending 4-6-3. Burley allowed no earned runs on only 5 hits in 8. Look good again. What else is new? Like here. Brings up Joe McHugh when he struck out 6. White Sox win their 7th straight. Chicago now 49-22. That's the best record in the major leagues.
Back to baseball, Pittsburgh, it's Nationals and Pirates. Top 5, Jose Guillen on first, Jamie Carroll on third. Nick Johnson up with 2 outs, Nats down 4-3. Now, watch Guillen. At first base, he decides to take off for second. Josh Fogg goes after him. Carroll hesitates, but then decides to head for home. Now, look at Darryl Ward. He's a lefty, so tough play for him to go home, and Guillen helps get that run home as Carroll scores a tie at 4. Guillen also with a pair of homers in the game for the 2nd time in 3 games. Bottom 9, now Nats up 5-4. Chad Cordero on the mound.
A well-hit ball to left field. Ryan Church is back on the warning track. He's got it! Slamming into the fence, he holds on. That's the ball game. Wow, what an ending.
Nats win at 5-4. Cordero with his 20th straight save.
Heard lying down the warning.
Phillies stuck in a 3-game losing skid, hosting the Mets. Bottom 5, Jim Thome. Oh, solo shot, upper deck. Great catch by the fan here. Nice job. Tome's 6th. It's 2-1 Phils, but he's hitting only .219. They are loaded in the 6th for Kenny Lofton. This one headed to left. Cliff Floyd having a tremendous season is at the wall and off the wall. He holds on. Yeah, Mets still trail 2-1, though. Again, they are loaded for Lofton, this time in the 7th. 2 outs, and Lofton unloads. He clears the bases, doubles down the left field line. It's a 6-run Phillies 7th. The Phillies win 8-4. The Mets, they need something. They're sinking fast. They've lost 10 of their last 13 games. Braves, 4 wins in their previous 5, hosting the Marlins. Horacio Ramirez trying to help himself early. Bottom 2 at the plate. Goes to left. Miguel Cabrera has the catch. Brian Jordan on third. He has the tag, and here we go. Play at the plate, and he is thrown out. It ends the threat in the 2nd, but Ramirez would give up only 3 hits in 5 innings of work. Bottom 5, Andrew Jones. You just can't get him out. Off Brian Moeller, upper deck is 21st of the year. Jones has homered in 9 of his last 11 games. Florida has lost 4 of 5. They drop back to 500.
In Padres history, top 6 game tied at 3. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Chris Hammond on the mound. Antonio Perez bunts toward third. Jeff Kent called out, and he can't believe it. Take another look at it. Kent has some issues with Dan Iasagna, the third base umpire, but the key rule to remember is that you can't toss the umpire can toss you, and Kent got tossed. Bottom 8, Padres trail 5-4, bases loaded. Dwayne Sanchez on the mound. Dave Roberts, and that'll do it. Dodgers get out of the bases loaded jam. Top 9 now, 5-4 Dodgers. Jason Worth, that's well hit. Roberts going to try to get it, but he can't. Ground rule double score, Cesar Izturis. Dodgers win at 6-4 to snap their 8-game losing streak. Worth with 3 hits, including a home run.
Rangers in Anaheim. Kenny Rogers, what a year he's had, looking for his 10th straight win, but this was not his night. Bottom 1, Benji Molina to short. Mark DeRosa can't get there. Darren Erstad scores. 1-0 LA of Anaheim. Molina was 3 for 3. Next up, it's Juan Rivera. And Juan Rivera going to left center. This will be his 5th of the year yard. 4-0 Angels. Rogers was just pummeled. Gave up 6 runs on 10 hits and 3 1/3. Ouch. Bottom 2, Vlad Guerrero. Doubles off the wall. Vlad with a hit in 27 straight games against the Rangers. The Angels sweep Texas. LA of Anaheim has won 7 of 9 against the Rangers this season. Now 4.5 up in the AL West. Field, A's in Seattle. Bottom 12, Mariners down 1. Ichiro, Ryan Glenn, Bobby Crosby can't handle it. Seattle would later tie the game on a Randy Wynn single. 4-4, 2 outs now. Richie Sexton, walk off. Scores Ichiro, and Seattle comes back to win in 12 over the A's. 5-4. Sexton homered in the game as well.
Diamondbacks and Giants, not much action in McCovey Cove with Barry out. Bottom first, Brad Halsey pitching to Lance Negro. Foul ball. Watch the fan. Great catch. And he's like, Sean Green, what? What? And he's rocking the Bonds Arizona State throwback as well. Top 4, Giants up 1-0. Jason Schmidt pitching to Chad Tracy. And look at this. Same guy. Where was he when Bonds hit number 700? He's got skills. Jason Schmidt's got skills as well. 6-0, 2.49 ERA in 10 starts versus the Diamondbacks. Top 7 facing Jose Cruz Jr. Got him 3 times in the ballgame. Struck out 10 in 8 innings. Schmidt's second 8-inning scoreless outing in a week as the Giants win it 4-0. College World Series, after that remarkable comeback against Tulane, Baylor went down to the 9th again, this time against Texas. Top 9. Runners on first and second for the Bears. Game tied at 3. Paul Witt with a liner. Drew Stubbs. What a series he's having in center field. They eventually get the double play as Reed Breeze got caught slipping. Bottom 9 now. Chance Wheelis leading off first, though. Let's flash back to Monday. It's been a painful week for Wheelis. Injured his shoulder on Monday against Tulane. And now back to Wednesday in the first, still favoring that shoulder as he swung the bat. 6th inning. Wheelis in so much pain he was unable to run out this ground ball. And they had to take a look at him to make sure he was okay. So now in the 9th, of course, it's Wheelis up and out. And it is time to bounce in Omaha. Wheelis with a walk-off home run, and the Horns are moving on.
When did you know it was gone?
Right away. And my shoulder stayed in place, so it was great.
Horns coach Augie Garrido said he just wanted to thank everybody who was responsible for Chance being on the planet.
Cover everybody that way. Arizona State trying to continue its run. The Sun Devils facing Florida Wednesday. Bottom 1, Travis Buck solo shot is 6th. Sun Devils would take a 3-1 lead. He was a first-round pick of the Oakland A's. Top 7, Eric Averill rings up Justin Torrey. Averill allowed just 1 run on 5 hits. He struck out 7. His 5th complete game of the season, coming on only 2 days rest. Bottom 7, J.J. Safara scores 2. ASU wins 6-1. If the Sun Devils beat Florida again Thursday, Arizona State will advance to the best-of-3 final. Number 10, the Syracuse Nationals and Fort Wayne Pistons when George King sinks the free throw with 12 seconds left. There it is, knocks it down. Then comes back down the other end, and King steals the ball. That wins it for the Nationals, 92-91.
Those shorts make me uncomfortable. Number 9, 1994 Stanley Cup Finals, Canucks and Rangers. Mark Messier, the captain, delivering the title.
It's over! The Rangers win the cup! The Rangers win the cup! The curse is over! They've done it!
Number 8, the 1946 World Series, Red Sox and Cardinals. There goes Enos Country Slaughter. The mad dash all the way from first on Harry the Hat Walker's double in the 8th inning. Johnny Pesky held the ball on the relay, sorta. Enough for Slaughter to score in the Cardinals, 1-4-3.
Number 7, 97 World Series, Indians and Marlins. Edgar Renteria, back up the middle. Here comes Craig Counsell, and he's in there. And the Marlins beat the Indians 3-2 in Game 7.
Number 6, 1991 World Series, the Braves and the Twins. Jack Morris, 10 shutout innings at Atlanta. And then Gene Larkin, pull out the tape. This was Gene Larkin's moment. Scores Dan Mann from Gladden, and the Twins win 1-0 over the Braves.
Number 5, 2001 Stanley Cup, Devils and Avalanche. It's all about Ray Bork.
The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup! Raymond Bork, a dream has come true!
Number 4, this was the Willis Reed game, 1970 NBA Finals, Lakers-Knicks. Reed comes out of the locker room, but Walt Frazier had the big game. 36 points, 19 assists, no play for Mr. Gray. Knicks won.
Number 3, 1957 NBA Finals, Hawks and Celtics. Celtics backcourt shot 12%, but Bill Russell had their back. 19 points, 32 rebounds. Bob Pettit missed a shot at the buzzer in double OT. Celtics win a 125-123 for the first of those 16 championships.
Number 2, check your Yankeeography. 2001 World Series, Luis Gonzalez off Mariano Rivera. A 2-run Arizona ninth. Jay Bell scores the winning run. Kurt Schilling and Randy Johnson, co-MVPs, Diamondbacks 3-2 over the Yankees.
And number 1, 1960 World Series, Pirates and Yankees, Bill Mazeroski.
Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. That's how you do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It is over the back corner, and the Pirates win.
Pirates beat the Yanks 10-9, and that's number 1.
Sports Center.